Hey guys, Donovan here. Hope you are doing well in either self-isolation or quarantine like us South Africans. So I thought it would be especially important today to focus on mental well-being. I found something very interesting on Facebook, so this whole video I'm not taking credit for it. I saw it was a written piece of paper that someone took a photo of, and it had some very good questions that you can ask yourself on a daily basis. It seems like the author of whoever wrote this, her name is Stacy, so I give all credit to this person, but I thought it was very wise information and really worthwhile sharing, so that we can all help ourselves get through this strange and challenging moment. So the first question you can ask yourself is, who am I checking on and who am I connecting with today? It's very simple. We have people close to us, family, friends, maybe associates, maybe people from work. It is so worthwhile checking in on these people because the best way to help ourselves is to help others. We don't always need to be giving people advice, and we don't need to be the wisest person in the room, but sometimes we just need to reach out to others so that others can see that they are not alone in this, and in doing so, we won't feel alone in this either. It goes without saying that some people may be very challenged at certain times, and just to hear your voice or see a message coming from you may make the world of difference for them. What expectations of normal am I letting go of today? That's right, normal has gone out the window. It doesn't exist the way we know it before. We don't have the normal luxuries that we used to have. So, it is really about the expectation of what we used to have that we need to let go of. This is the new normal that we are creating. So if you are hankering over going out to a party or simply going to the shop or going to a coffee shop, and you are hankering over these feelings and how these feelings are making you feel currently, it is the expectation of that is necessary to let go of. Because if specifically, like some countries like South Africa at this moment, you are in isolation and quarantine, you cannot go to the restaurants that you used to do, you cannot go to the parties or wherever you wanted to go that you cannot go to now. So allow yourself to deal with the current circumstance. This is your new normal. So start getting acquainted with this space. And the third question is, how am I getting outside today? Now this can be extremely challenging, especially if you don't have a garden, but it is important to, at the very least, start looking outside. Now, if you have a garden, I'll give you a very quick idea of what to do. If you don't, you can do something almost exactly the same, maybe from your balcony or from your window. So, if you have a garden, I would encourage you to just walk around. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, but walk around. Start to look at nature, look at the trees, look at the garden, look at the grass. Start to notice nature around you. Become aware of the textures of the bark. Feel it. Feel the textures of the leaves. Look at the different colors. Everything is so alive. Feel the wind or the breeze on your arm. Look at the clouds. Start to look at the shapes in the clouds like we used to when we were young. You see, this brief moment, even if it's 1, 2, 5 minutes, it will help you just to get out of your mind just a little bit, and that is what we need. So, if you don't have a garden, look around you. Just start to notice the architecture around you, and like I said, the clouds, the colors, anything just to actually get you out of your own mind a bit. You will start to notice the simple things that were actually always there, and now you are finally just becoming aware of it. Number 4 is, how am I moving my body today? This is very important because the problem is a lot of people in their normal routine, if they don't exercise, find it's quite challenging to exercise anyway, because you get into your home, which is your comfort zone, and then you don't want to do much. And now that we are locked in our comfort zone, we have to create that new sense of normal like I was talking about earlier. You don't have the gym to escape to. You can't go for a run. So it is important to exercise. There are many benefits to it, like many of them that we do know. But the reason why I think this is so important is because, again, like I mentioned earlier about getting into nature and seeing things around you, is it's creating a gap in your mind from your normal neurotic thoughts. So when you exercise for, say, half an hour to an hour, you are distancing yourself from your normal thoughts. You cannot think your normal daily thoughts while you're exercising because you have to focus on exercise. Now, the reason why that is so good is because it's the emotional reaction you have to those thoughts that we are actually getting rid of. Hopefully that makes sense. So along with exercise, the benefits of it, what I just mentioned, obviously it's going to release a lot of endorphins in you, and it's going to help you feel better about yourself. It's going to move your body because guaranteed if you're in isolation, you're probably either sitting or lying down watching TV most of the time, and there is a lack of movement. So get moving. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with your own body weights if you don't have gym equipment. You can do yoga as well. I would definitely encourage you to use this time because not only will it get you out of your own mind, but it will actually waste some time of your day. It will get you into some kind of a routine. Just go for it. There's nothing you can lose on this. And if you commit to it, after our quarantine is over, you may be feeling the benefits of having exercised every day. So number 5, which I quite enjoy, is how am I expressing my creativity today? Now this is an interesting one because when we are in isolation, we just tend to watch a lot of TV or Netflix or whatever we're watching and scroll through the phone, through our social media. But if this time is asking anything of us, it is asking us to think out the box. I think quarantine is giving us something so beautiful. We have all our needs met, essentially, and now it's saying, okay, now what can you do? What is it inside you that you can bring forward? It doesn't need to make money. It doesn't need to actually be anything. It just needs you to start using those parts of your mind that you felt in the past you were too busy to start doing. This can be simply by painting or whatever it is. Start looking on YouTube at little arts and crafts that you can do. There is so much in your own mind that you can bring forward because we are the creators of our own lives. And we can start to see this when we create little things. I would definitely encourage you to start being more creative during this time. This is a golden opportunity to really use your mind and to think like a child and just be open and creative. Now, self-care can, like we said, with moving the body, creating exercise, being creative. It also seriously means about self-help. How am I helping myself today? My mental well-being. What am I doing today to slow down the neurotic thoughts, to ease the anxiety, to move myself away from the depressive thoughts that can make me feel very trapped? So start being more there for yourself in this time. You know, you are doing the best that you can with what you've got. If there were ever a time to have your back, it is now. Simple self-care means acknowledging that yes, I am on this journey called life. I am being presented with a time of great uncertainty. No one actually really knows what the future will hold, especially now. But in order for me to get through this, I need to be there for myself. And I will dedicate this time to myself in whichever way possible. And number 7, and this is a really beautiful one, and I want you to use it multiple times per day. What am I grateful for today? Now, gratitude, this is such a new age concept, but I see how it works. everything seems to really relate to your mindset, how much negative thoughts are going through your mind. Now, specifically in this space where you can't really run away from yourself, where you can't just escape to a friend or a coffee shop or to work, we are stuck with our minds. Now, what gratitude does, like with what creativity, what exercise, what self-care does, is it helps us to stop thinking so negatively, to help us to distance ourselves from the neurotic behavior that we may start to feel. There is so much we can be grateful for, and especially looking around us in this time. Look at the things that you can be grateful for right now. Now, one thing I can tell you, if you're watching this, it means you are more than likely breathing. There are people that have coronavirus that are struggling to breathe. Think about that. They are struggling just to breathe. We can be grateful for the breath right now. If you have family around you, you can be grateful for that. If you have food in your fridge and in your cupboards, be grateful for that, because there are people out there right now who are sleeping on the streets and are struggling in this moment. You see, gratitude really centers us. It's something really beautiful. And if we can work with gratitude on a daily basis, we can start to change ourselves in the most profound way. So I would encourage you, whenever you are feeling down, whenever you are feeling like, why me, why now, why this, move into a space of gratitude. A part of your mind probably won't want to go there because it wants to stay in the negativity. But I encourage you now, think of what you can be grateful for. Distance yourself from those thoughts, and you'll distance yourself from the emotional pull of those thoughts. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Please watch it over and over again, or write down notes of those 7 questions. I want to thank the author of these 7 questions, Stacy. If that is your name, thank you very much. It is helping me very much as well. Thanks. Bye bye.